we said we would do. So we're going to be doing that today, hopefully.
Yeah.
You enjoy that?
Yeah.
So we're going to just get that open, we'll get it poured, and then we will jump into the questions once we've tried it, I think.
It came with this free cup.
Oh yes, it's a very cool cup as well.
I thought, hopefully you can use it in his videos.
Yeah, hopefully he'll keep the thing a little bit more lively, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I have to try and pour this into two. How much is in here?
I don't really know.
500 ml.
I should have done yours first, because then I would have been able to gauge what was half a pint.
Actually, this is half a pint, yeah.
Little, please. Place it there so you can see it.
I'll put it there.
It's an interesting smell. It smells a bit fruity.
It's a little
Yeah, it's fine.
more.
Let's try it.
Not as good as this.
Bottoms up.
And you always tell me 3.
Oh. Why is it because it's glass this time? It's not bad. It could be worse, but it's not bad.
It's not bad. Should we do a really quick review before getting into the questions? Colour. Good.
Looks a little bit like your end to me.
A little bit dark for me, yeah. And the taste. Tastes like a Foster's.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it does taste. It tastes a little bit cheap.
It was.
Yeah, but that's fine.
It's quite nice.
About what you'd expect, but the glass is nice. Glad it came with the glass. Yeah, so I would say top of C for me. That's like in a tier list. In my tier list, top of C, maybe like bottom of B. It's not that great. Yeah, that would be about that, I think. So we are doing the drink review. We're just gonna chat a little bit, maybe a bit about the beer as we go along, if it changes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be doing a Q&A now. We did ask for some comments from people on, like, I think it was on posts, and then I did on a video.
I haven't seen any of the
No,
questions.
you've not seen any of them. Yeah, that is true. Should be alright though. We'll start with. I've mixed them all up, by the way. So if you've heard one question by you and not another, yeah, that's because I've mixed them all up.
Do you put the question on the screen?
I don't know. There's no point. They're not watching. They're probably listening. I mean, actually, that's true. You might be watching, but there you go.
Question 1.
Question 1 is from. I can't tell if this is Valeria Moz or Valerie Ramos. Valerie Ramos sounds like it might be right. Who asks favourite movies? I think someone might have asked the movie as well. I might have missed that, but that's okay.
We have one that's kind of at the top of both our lists. Just try and think and then say it at the same time.
Top of both
of our lists. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we're going to say the same
Probably
movie
not,
now.
but let's see. 3, 2, 1. School of Rock.
No. I thought we were going to go
Endgame is not on the top of my list.
I thought it might have been.
It's very good.
Yeah, School of Rock is a good choice actually, yeah. That's true. I think I might have missed that in my last video, like the last Q&A I did, yeah, that's the film.
Sometimes you say that's your favourite, depending on, like, sometimes you watch it and you're like,
is.
That's my favourite film.
It definitely is. It definitely is. Another one. Like, as soon as I remember, I go, oh yeah, that is.
Yeah. Actually, School of Rock is like maybe my all-time favourite, and then some other ones that are at the top. I love Interstellar. I'm just gonna say really classic films, but like they're the best films in the world for a reason. Interstellar. I love Shutter Island. It's really hard for me to say like my favourite films. When I was younger, my favourite all-time top film was Paul.
Wow.
Because I just love that duo, Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. And I just thought it was a great
this particular question I have.
Okay, well I can talk about more of mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've actually only seen this once, but I remember the impact it had on me, which is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
If you've not seen that film, if you went in there in the mindset for it to change your life, it will change your life.
It's incredible.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And then another reason, I'd say, like, if I was the type of person to be like, my top film of the month is I watched a film called Where the Crawdads Sing. So good. I just randomly watched it on my own a couple of weeks ago, and it was so good. I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cute. So that's that question. Stuart Kendrick asks what some TV shows, what our favourite TV shows that we watched together. Well, it was like, it used to be like some of those Marvel ones. I would say like Loki. You enjoyed Loki,
Yeah.
didn't you?
I did really enjoy Loki.
There's another one I feel like you maybe enjoyed. I don't remember what it was though.
I did a mild wonder, but it was...
Yeah.
some things that we've watched together and really loved. Obviously you watched this before me, but Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh my god, yeah.
We love watching that together. We quite like getting into reality TV sometimes.
Yeah, I would say reality TV.
Not often, but
It's
like
the closest.
Love Island we like to watch together, just like shit TV.
Yeah.
And then I guess another one that you introduced me to is It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah.
And I do, you know, we go in like weird phases of it where...
Well, the only reason it's not been on is because we haven't got access to Netflix,
Yeah,
but it's
true.
Netflix, it's done this Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you were just obviously already really into it, and then it was always on sort of the beginning of a relationship. Then you wanted to watch the whole thing with me, which we did.
Yeah. Oh my god, what an endeavour that was.
Yeah, and then after that, it kind of like it seems to obviously at the moment it's not on because of what we just said, but it seems to like go in phases where it just won't be on the screen for months, and then it's like
Be on every
it'll
day.
be on and be like, oh, should just put Sunny on. Oh, we're eating, let's just put Sunny on, right? And it's just on as like the background.
Yeah,
So
I could watch some Sunny right now. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we've really watched
we used
together.
to like watch it with Dad, but then it got annoying and weird.
There's not a lot of shows that we sit down and watch anymore, mainly because our timing doesn't match up to really watch. We can only watch a few things.
I get home, you start work,
Okay, yeah.
and then
So
I have to go
we
bed.
don't have enough time to really sit and like
Binge watch.
yeah. So I'm not too sure on that, but there actually is a show that I wanted to watch with you.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Oh, I wanted to watch whilst you're on holidays, watch the Legend of Vox Machina, the Critical Role animated show, because it's not too long, and it's only like 8 episodes or so, something like that.
And
but
I
so-
really want to watch
and
with
you
you
wanted to watch that.
Arcane,
Oh, an Arcane, yeah.
because I can't believe he's not seen it.
I'm just not a League of Legends fan, so I've never thought about
Never
it.
played it in my life,
I
and
know,
it's
but like
amazing.
that's why I was like, oh, it's not for me. you
Would
know?
love it.
Probably, I've always said that that's probably the case, but like I've never had the thought.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah,
It could get up to, I'd say that could get up to like one of your top shows.
yeah, maybe. Well, that's impressive. Talking of that sort of medium, though,
Oh
I
yeah,
think anime is probably like
something that we tend to kind of watch.
Jiu-Jitsu guys, and I think we enjoyed watching together. We don't watch
My
like a lot of
Hero. My Hero is
anime
more.
together. My Hero, yeah,
We've watched all of that together.
but not all of it. Was it all of it? Oh yeah, maybe it was all of it.
Yeah, I think we come up to
Yeah,
that.
because you hadn't watched it beforehand, yeah. That's why. I was like, I'm pretty sure I watched the first 3 seasons without you.
Yeah, but then we rewatched.
Yeah. Should we move on to the next question?
Yeah.
This comes from Marcus. Have you ever experienced something creepy, paranormal, or unexplainable?
Oh, absolutely, darling. You've asked the right girl. You've asked the right girl.
I answered this question in my first Q&A. I might chime in with a small, short answer, but if you want the full story, you have to go back and watch that 500 subscriber Q&A.
Yeah. I think I've like... My mum is quite a spiritual person, and this is like not to be deep, but I think the reason she's quite spiritual is because she lost both of her parents like when they were quite young, and so she's always gone to see mediums and things like that. Like whatever your opinion is, you know, that's just what she did, and so that's always been not part of my life, but just like quite accepted. Like I've always kind of thought that there's an afterlife and things like that. So there's been a few like stories that she used to tell me, like this one's not creepy, but she went to go see this medium who apparently was apparently was really good, and ended up like saying her mum's name and describing, this is like one-to-one, describing her dog. She started saying that like her mum was singing, and she was singing the song that my sister was learning in primary school at the time, and she said when she was in the waiting room she like heard down the corridor like young like kids' voices saying, "Let's go see who's there." That's sorry. It just always stuck with me. So that was kind of creepy. Now, getting on to me, I believe I am rather psychic at times. Now, it's not like a constant thing that's like always, you know, occurring and stuff, but there'll be little things, you know, maybe once a week, once a month, where I sort of say, oh, I bet this will happen, or I kind of speak something into existence and then it happens. However, there's been 2 times where it's been pretty scary, and like it just throws me into shock, to be honest. Like 2 things. No. Oh no.
Because that was a pretty good observation.
Yeah, no, so there's been 2 times where it's like affected me. One time, the first time it happened, I was on my way home from school, and I was on a private school bus, double-decker bus, and I was sitting in the front seat, and my friend wasn't in, like a few people weren't in, and so I was sat in a slightly different seat, and I was just sat there at the front of the bus, and I said to myself, God, if someone was to get hit by the bus, I'd just see it. 30 seconds later, someone walks into the road and gets hit by the bus. And I just remember, obviously, we had to stop, everyone had to evacuate the bus, there was like an air ambulance and stuff like that, and I was just calling my mum. Luckily I was like 5-10 minutes from home, and I just remember calling my mum, being like, Mum, I knew it was gonna happen, I like thought it in my head, and then 30 seconds later it happened. That was creepy. That was the first big one. And then the second big one is, let's just say, someone who was living with me had a cat when I was younger, and it had went missing. So we decided after a couple of days to all go out and look for this cat. You can guess where this is going. And I thought in my head of a red car, and us calling the cat running across the road at the same time as this red car, and the red car hitting the cat. Tell me why, 30 seconds later, a red car drives down the road, the cat runs out and gets hit by the red car. So those 2, I'd say, have been like my creepiest, like paranormal experiences. I guess I do have a couple of these, 2 more, and aren't psychic, but when I was a baby, like, you know, only just starting to speak, apparently I would like say that before I was Katie, I was a boy called Thomas or Tommy, and I was like describing this whole life when I was like just speaking. I used to wear this, I used to do this, I had this hair, at like probably 1.5, 2 years old. I was just talking about this whole other life that I was before me.
There's actually a lot of instances of that.
And then
I've seen a story about some, I don't know how real the story is, to be honest, but supposedly it's fairly reliable. I can't remember what country it is. I think it might be India, where there's this really poor family, and the baby was born and hated everything because it was like hated the food, hated where they were living, and was like, my life before was not like this. I didn't used to live like this. And started, a moment they were older, started describing and demanding being called a different name, and started describing this other place that they lived, and even gave like an address. And so eventually, when they saved up enough money, they were like, this is getting too much, went over to the place and found out like the place did exist, or they invited the family over, I think, and or however it was that it played out. And as soon as they saw the people, they like ran up and was like, because it was this young like child who believed these people were her children, and was like embracing them, talking about like things that she remembered of their life, and they were freaked out, right, because this strange kid is like able to recollect events that they've never told anyone. Again, I don't know how real that story is. There's a Mr. Borland story about it. If you like paranormal stories, then Mr. Borland you have to watch. I'm sure you probably know who Mr. Borland is at this point if you like that stuff.
And then the last thing is that when I was like maybe, I don't know, 9 or 10, that kind of age, I kept getting creeped out because I kept saying that I could see an old man in my room. Like not old, but let's say like 50 years old. I can remember what it looked like in my head. I can see someone, I keep seeing someone. And so I went down and told my mum, and she asked me to describe what the person looked like. And she described what her granddad looked like when he was in his like 40s, 50s, and like showed me a picture, and it was just exactly the same. And I'd never seen this person before in my life, down to like the hairstyle, the shirt that he was wearing, and stuff like that.
Freaky. Luckily, you've had none of these experiences around me.
No, yeah, all of those were kind of teenage and younger. So, other than like being able to really, I guess it's, if I wanted to like analyse it, I guess it's kind of bled into my adult life because I can read people really well, and I can usually predict things that are going to happen, like at the party.
Yeah, the boy who went to a party and basically got there, and she went, she is going to get with these 3 very specific people, one of which she didn't even know.
Yeah.
2 of which were close friends.
And
when
I told him,
and it was like, there was no, and I said, there is no way, because these 2 people did not like this third person, or no, did not like the person that was going to get with everyone, and I was just like, no way, absolutely not, never going to happen, you're so wrong there, what are you thinking?
And it was just like, how can I like describe it? It just kind of like, I don't know, throwing a dart at a balloon or something like that. It was just like 1.
Yeah.
A couple of hours later, 2.
And then playing them off.
When's the 3rd one?
Yeah,
Done.
it was crazy. I was in shock.
No other people. This person didn't get with anyone else.
Yeah.
Just the 3 people.
Just those 3.
So just stuff like that.
That was great. That is genuinely one of the craziest things I've seen. That's my paranormal unexplainable experiences guessing that. Angie Duck asks, how did you meet?
We met at university. Now I'm not going to go into full depths, but I will explain how we met. So we were on the same course as each other, and I guess knew of each other's existence. There was a little moment where we could have became friends in first year, but we didn't, because I was looking for a new friendship group. Walked into his friendship group, looked around and went, absolutely not, and then walked away. But then in 3rd year we both did drama at uni, and
we did drama at uni from the 1st year.
yeah, I know. But in 3rd year there was like a project where you had to choose an ism.
Yeah, like
It was
sort
either
of
like expressionism,
yeah, the
naturalism,
style.
yeah. And I really nearly just went with my friends. So easy, obviously, to just go with your friends, and there was just something in me where I went, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do what I am interested in. Because all the girls were like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, no, come on. And it was like we were in one of the studios or like the theatre, and they said, right, when I say go, probably not in this way, this is very secondary school way, but saying, right, when I say go, you're going to move to one of these spaces.
That's literally what it was, to be honest.
3, 2, 1, go. And I was sat with all my friends at the time and just went, see you later. Went to this group, none of my friends were in it. And he was in it, and then we worked together and fell in love.
There you go. There's a story. That's how we met. And then from there, she moved in about a day later. Because I was living in accommodation. She just moved in, basically.
That's not true.
And it's basically true.
I just stayed for prolonged amounts of time.
You basically moved in. Next question. This is from Marcus. Are you an introvert or extrovert in real life? Interesting. I think it depends on the kind of
First
people.
of all, would love to know from watching the videos what they would think. Like, because he said in real life. It's
Yeah.
do
That would
you
be
want to go
interesting.
first? Because I've done a lot of speaking.
Sure. Yeah, I'm actually interested. Let me know in the comments what you would think, because that actually interests me. But I would say it's very dependent on the group of people, but generally I would say introverted, personally. But like, if I'm with a group of friends that I like trust and I feel comfortable around, then I'm very definitely come across as very extroverted and very loud and like including and like. I mean, you've probably seen me in enough of these videos what I'm like, but you know, with a voice. So I would say generally introverted, but it can come across as extroverted. But the thing is, when you do theatre, when you do this, like the stuff that I've done, I think you just become an illusion of extroverted because you're very open. But that doesn't mean that I actually am. I would say very introverted. Like, unless I trust a group of people, I will just be that person that's sat there quietly listening. I don't really engage. I find it really hard to meet new people. So bad. Unless it's something I'm passionate about, where I can just do like special interest talk. Then that's okay. But like anything else.
Yeah. So I would say I am exactly the same.
Yeah, I would say so.
And
I actually think you're more introverted.
really. And I class myself not to be that person, but I would class myself as an ambivert.
Meaning what?
A mixture of both depending on the context.
Fair enough.
Because I'm exactly the same. Like, I can be, not to like boost my own ego and pump my head even bigger, but like when I'm at a party, I really can be the life of a party sometimes.
Like you emceeing parties. Grab the mic. Hello, Barky.
At someone's family party.
It was great. It was so good.
But yeah, I
You are
really can
definitely
be
the
like very, very loud. I'm a very loud person sometimes.
Against the people that you trust.
Yeah, I'm like crazy, mad, weirdo vibes. But I can also be really chatty, really kind, you know, that sort of stuff. But there's just like so many situations. For example, I'll just give you one. I had a work event where me and one other member of staff had to go to this place, and first of all, even that by itself, I was like, one member of staff, like having to just be with one person, I just can't stand. But then also, like, I literally said to them, I was like, just so you know, I can't talk to people, darling, like I just can't. And I was like, I'm gonna wait for you outside because there's absolutely no way on earth I'm walking into that room on my own. So it's just kind of stuff like that. Yeah, sitting at a group of people that I'm not 100% comfortable with, I'll just be like,
Yeah, I get that, I agree. That's fair. The next question is also from Marcus, which is, do you think heroes or villains are more interesting in stories? I think it depends on the kind of story, right? And depends on your context of what a hero and the villain is. Like,
I find this question really hard because
is Megamind the villain or not? Because it's not really, is he?
I think like
I think it depends.
in general, villains have better backstories or
They're
more
more-
of backstories.
Yeah,
You don't see a hero with a really interesting, well, Superman or Batman, whoever he is. But yeah, but I'm you have the majority opinion, so.
Yeah, it's because it's true.
Yeah, really good question. I find villains really, really interesting, but I don't typically like them.
Did you just describe Bakugo? But you said he was really mean and horrible. Wouldn't that make him a villain?
Yeah.
Right, so you just said that villains are more interesting, though.
Yeah, so I think they're more, like, typically they will have a more interesting plot or have a more interesting life that we know about. But I don't tend to really like villains in stories.
Yeah, I mean...
But then you take the Joker, for example. Bloody love the Joker. And he's definitely a villain.
Yeah, I think it depends. If I'm honest, depends on the story, the kind of story it is. Like Spider-Man has lots of interesting, like his story is very interesting because of the context of his character. But at the same time, villains do not have the screen time that, or like page time, whatever you might call it, that the hero does to develop. And so sometimes they have to be really powerful, emotive stories. But other times you just have, I don't know, like Sauron in Lord of the Rings. He's just evil. Like, unless you read the backstory of his story and what Sauron is, you don't get anything else other than he's an evil entity that wants to bring darkness to the world.
Yeah.
That's not interesting. Like, it's not interesting in the same way that, say, I don't know, like, I can't think of anything on the top of my head, but it's not the same way that you might say something else is interesting. Or like Octavius in Spider-Man 2 has a way more interesting story. So I think it's a harder question to answer because it's very dependent. In general, I would probably say heroes, because you get more time with them, you get more to develop over a period of time, but they can stagnate.
What's the time?
Villains, what's the actual time? 5 o'clock. I say 5 o'clock.
4:27.
Yeah. So that's hopefully it could answer that question. Maybe. The next question is by Stuart Kendrick. Where do you plan on getting there? Is it where or when?
Where?
Yeah, I'm just checking if there. I might bundle when in there as well because I feel like that's a good question.
Yeah, really good question.
Thank you for when do you get there?
Lots of people ask me this question near enough on a daily basis. No idea.
No, we don't know because, well, I mean, the thing is, like, weddings are expensive.
That's it. It's just money. In an ideal world, I'd get married next May, but that's not going to happen.
No.
Just because of money, and even though like people are like, you can do it on a budget. Yeah, you can, but that budget is still £10,000.
Yeah, the budget. Like, what do you mean by the budget?
That's
like,
on a budget.
Are you joking me? Like,
you can probably squeeze it down to like 5k, but like I don't want a really shit wedding.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It's like
not
one of the big
not
things.
shit, but
you know.
our huge thing is the venue.
Yeah.
Like I would go cheap on food. I would like make my own food, bring my own drink, like buy it from like warehouse, whatever. Get a cheaper dress, but for me, it's just that venue.
Yeah, I want the venues.
My things, my priorities are venue, photographer, videographer.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are my top 3 things.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because, you know, I know you can like, you know, hire out a hall, go to a registrar and then have a big party in a village hall. No. I want somewhere stunning.
Yeah,
like I want somewhere stunning.
I don't want it to be somewhere that's forgettable for us.
I want beautiful scenic backgrounds, or like old ruin, or like what's that period of time called?
Renaissance.
Yeah, I guess medieval Renaissance buildings, like.
I concur.
Yeah. So, but we will let you know as soon as we know.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
As soon as we make bare money. So if you want to send us like 5k, then
we've currently got £1,000. But yeah, hopefully 2026.
Next question is by Valerie Ramos, which is, what are your favourite things to do together when you all go out?
When you go out.
When you all go out, like when you go out.
When you're. let's just keep it with us two, shall we?
Yeah.
Go for sushi.
Go for sushi. Go for food.
Yeah. Go to the cinema sometimes.
Yeah. The zoo. I love going like seeing things with you.
If money wasn't a thing, going on holidays.
Yeah.
Like, we just love a holiday together. I guess those are the main things, yeah. Kind of going out for food. I guess like a perfect date for us would be go for food, go see a show, or something like that. Go see a musical. Or an experience, yeah.
Experiences is, I would say, my favourite thing to do with you.
I love going to see musicals with you.
Yeah, me too.
Especially when you're the one that's like, you'll love this or whatever.
Yeah. Fancy Hairspray. Oh, no, what was Hairspray? It was Waitress.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. That was a while ago.
And you might see Hairspray in September.
Wow, that'd be cool. So if you can hear some like drilling outside. Yeah, I hope that answers that question. That's some of the things that we like to do. We'll just go for walks or go to the park. We went to the park, it was a nice little picnic. I like a picnic.
Yeah,
like a picnic. Even though we have to get the blanket perfectly half-inch shade. Listen, yeah, I hate being in the sun. Or burn. There's these redhead genetics. Angie Duck asks, how long have you two been together?
Well, let me just work out the specifics for you. And 7 months.
Nearly 8 months. It's not that far off.
Crazy.
That is mad.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
That is a long time.
It is. Jesus. It's a sixth of my life nearly. Actually, it doesn't sound like a lot when I say it like that.
It's nearly a fifth of mine.
Wow. It's crazy.
And just think, like, I know this is going to be a really stupid question to people that are really good at maths, but will it be like at some point, like the more or does it not work like this? This is such a fucking stupid question.
It might be.
Will there be a time where it's like we've been together for half of our lives?
Yeah.
Or will that never work out?
Oh yeah, it
will. Like, say
but the time that we've been together equals the time that we might.
Yeah, so say we've been together 20 years.
Well, yeah.
That would be 15 years from now.
Yeah.
So I would be like in my 30s. Oh yeah.
Yeah, then it would be over half of your life.
I would not be in my 30s in 15 years. Yeah, so maybe by the time when we get about 40,
Yeah, fucking hope not, because I'm gonna get. Someone's gonna be fucking ringing up if that's the case. If you're in your 30s in 15 years.
Well, I'd only just be out of it.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway. So, yeah. 5 years and 7 months.
There you go. Nice round number that. Not at all, it's not even a round number, I just meant a round answer to the question. Stuart Kendrick asks, what are your favourite hobbies to do together? I love playing games with you.
I love playing games with you.
I love playing games with you. That's probably the hobby.
Yeah,
There's
I
not
love
really
playing
much
games
else.
with you.
I play D&D with her.
I'm very moody.
She's so moody when she loses in D&D.
Yeah.
Like if an attack doesn't hit.
No, it's just from, look, it's, you know this, it's just from experience of being in like groups of 6 people. It's taken an hour to get to my turn. I try and do one thing, it doesn't happen. Oh, time to wait another hour until something else happens again. Like, that's what it felt like. However, I've enjoyed it in smaller groups or where it was less combat and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd say playing games with each other. My top favourite thing to do is just when we're both hyper.
Personal hobbies.
No, okay. And I guess filming videos.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's true.
I love filming videos because it's like, I know this sounds awful, but I think if you're in a long-term relationship where you're both working like all the time or opposite hours, this is dedicated time to sit and talk. There's literally 2 screens in front of us, but there's no TikTok, there's no film on, there's no show on, there's no other thing. It's just sitting down and talking, and that's why I absolutely love it.
Oh, bless you.
It's really hard for me not to be loud. Sometimes I get bursts of energy in these videos and I just have to contain it because I just want to. But yeah.
There you go.
Have you got your phone on you? Yes, you can keep an eye on Messenger.
Yeah, it won't be here. It'll probably ring the bell.
Yeah, but we
Got a
haven't
friend
tidied.
coming round.
We haven't
Oh
tidied.
shit, that's right. Uh-oh.
Can you message them? Actually, let me do it. I'll just say let us know when you're on our way. What's the next question?
Next question is from Marcus again. What futuristic technology do you hope to see? Do you hope to experience before you die? So, for example, flying cars. I would say I would hope to experience warp travel. Now, I don't think she's going to really care about that.
It's okay. What? I didn't even hear you.
My technology, warp travel, like in Star Trek, being able to like get onto a ship and go and travel to another solar system. I've always said if that technology existed now, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I would be looking to work on a starship. That would be my job. That's what I'd want to do. Go and explore space, which is super dangerous, but that's how that would be that is my passion, I would say. But like, it would never happen.
So mine is on a slightly different path.
Sure.
I would like to see future technology be able to cure cancer.
That's a very less self-centric one.
Yeah, like just what's the word called when like something just like never breaks, like it's just
Indestructible.
no, just something that like nothing will go wrong sort of thing.
Like an immunity or...
No, I don't know, but basically just a piece of technology that is just a thing that always works. It's just there, like an X-ray machine. Do you know what I mean? You might have a broken leg. Put your leg under. The X-ray works. Oh God, I've got cancer. That's okay. See you later. Go to the hospital. Beep boop pop pop. Beep boop pop. Gone.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, the absolute advances in all technology in the last 100 years. Like, if you think about it. 100 years ago, look at the technology. Like 100 years from now, or 100 years in the past, like computer. What's that? We literally just come out of World War One, basically. Near enough.
Crazy.
You know, like
you think everything's moving slow, but it's just not.
It's not. Like in our lifetime, we've gone from computers and televisions that are like this huge, this wide. It's like a thin screen. My phone has way more power than the most powerful computer when I was born. And like, I mean, maybe that's not entirely true, but like, in theory, like, the advancement is there.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think what the world will be like in 20 years, much less 100. 100 years, it could be crazy. But let's move on because we do have someone coming and we need to clean our flat.
We do.
So we've got a few questions left. We've got, I think, 6, so we're probably going to have to power through a little bit here. So the first one is, I want to give a bit more time to this one because this is by the Sea who did who asked Jeff to do the shout out. So by the Sea asked which famous people would you have at a dinner party at a restaurant of your choosing? Pick 4 each. I would want. Are you still thinking?
Yeah.
At a restaurant of your choosing. It was just going to be McDonald's. No, it's not. Obviously, I don't know. I feel like going for a good curry with some of these guys. Historical.
Oh, is it got to be historical?
Yeah. Yeah. Which famous people? Oh. Never mind. I was thinking of which famous people. Can it be historical? I mean, they're famous.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
God,
Interesting.
We've got to say nothing controversial.
Yeah, no. Now we're information that we currently have pertaining to individuals.
Oh god, this is really hard.
I'm finding this one hard, to be honest. It's going to be a lot of dead air figuring out.
Honestly, maybe I'll just like gulp some.
Yeah.
I couldn't think while I was doing that.
Oh my gosh, I've got 3, but I'm trying to think of a 4th.
Is one of yours D&D related?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew it, didn't you? You know what it is going to be. Who would my 4th be? Who would my 4th be? Is this because I want to speak to them, or is this for other reasons? Like, to like, that sounds way worse. To like, chastise them, or
Oh gosh.
if you invite me to know, it's pretty good. Alright, I don't know if my 4th one.
You go.
My 3 are Karl Marx. I wanna interrogate that man. I would pick Matthew Mercer. I feel like that's kind of a given, to be honest. And my 3rd one would be Keanu Reeves.
I know who your 4th one could be. Hayley Williams.
Maybe.
You love her.
Yeah, but not enough to invite to a dinner. But if I had to choose 4 people in the world, it would be Hayley Williams.
I can only think of 2.
I don't know. I can't think of a 4th one. Go on.
You say them. You're
Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Brittany Broski.
Oh, no, but that's one. That could be one. That could be one.
Actually, low-key, kind of want to pick that myself.
So, Billie Eilish, Brittany Broski, I've got one more that you'll be able to guess.
Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I know that's so generic, but that's a good one.
There we go.
I can't think of a 4th.
No, nor can I. What the question said, 3 people, right?
Yes, it said 3 people.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else, to be honest. Nothing. Like, I feel like I should have thought that one. We should have thought about that one in advance, but
yeah. Just off the top of my head, I can't.
yeah, nor can I. Sorry about that. Maybe we'll answer it in another video in the future. We'll add an addendum on that one in the future video. So the next one is by Marcus again, which is what do you do for a living? I run D&D. That's my game. Look at that.
I'm a secondary school teacher. I teach drama. So that's from ages, if you're not from the UK, from the age of 11 to 18.
There you go. Secondary school
Drama,
teacher.
acting, things like that.
The nightmare years. 4 more questions. Let's go. Next one is Stuart Kendrick, which is will you have a honeymoon?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I've talked about.
Might not be straight after,
No, probably not.
but definitely.
I think I mentioned it in a video about going abroad and stuff, which is that we talked about wanting, if you're in an ideal world, would be like half of the honeymoon being like a relaxing place, like sat there in a resort by a beach, and the other place, one would be like exploring
So,
somewhere,
for example,
like Japan.
my dream would be, let's just say it's 2 weeks, for example. 1 week in Japan, 1 week in the Maldives.
Yeah. Even though 1 week is like barely anything to explore Japan, it's so broad. I'd love to spend like I mean, it'll never happen, but like an extended time period in Japan would be great, just to explore different places. Man, I love watching abroad in Japan, so there we go. Hopefully that's a good answer. Marcus asks, do you have any siblings?
I do. I have one younger brother and one older sister.
And I have a sister, younger sister. There you go. There's your answer to that question. We shan't go any further. Next one is from Angie Duck, which is for Katie. Specifically for you. Are you into gaming? If so, what are some of your favourites? I wonder what it'll be.
I am into gaming. You can see a small portion of my gaming setup there. I would use him to move the camera, but yeah, no, don't, because it's messy.
Oh, so that messy's got mug on there, that's it.
Alright, go on then. Here's my little setup there. Pink. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna just. Are you gonna edit this out or what? Okay.
No,
I don't know.
talking, I'm just moving it.
Yes, I am into gaming. I play the PC. And
I play the PC.
I play Overwatch 2 every single day of my life.
Yep.
I do like zombie games and some story games like The Last of Us. And when I did have friends to do this with, I love playing any game as long as it's with, like, I like playing co-op games.
Phasmophobia, and we played Lethal Company with Jake. That was so good.
Yeah, and like even like Fortnite.
That was a time.
There was like a couple of years where I just loved playing Fortnite.
Yeah, you used to play Fallout 4 on my PlayStation.
But yeah,
there we go.
thank you for asking.
Finally, we've got a question from Valerie Ramos again, which is, what is your life motto? Live, love, love. No.
I don't really know. There's a few things really. I like something that my mum has always told me, which if something or someone doesn't enhance your life, then take it out. You know, if something's not better in your life or someone's not making your life better, then don't have them in it or don't do that thing anymore. But I think, I don't know, you've just got to find the positives in everything you can and just love as much as you can. Like, there's so much hatred everywhere. If you radiate love to yourself, to the people around you, you tend to get it back. And if you don't, that works to you. But if you don't receive that back, see you later. Because the more you do that, the more you'll just love. Romanticize everything. Romanticize absolutely everything. You'll get in the train and you're reading your book. Like, well, let's just say, oh, I've got an hour journey to work. No, you have an hour journey on the train with your book and your music. Oh, I'm so tired. I need coffee to like stay awake until midday or until lunch. No, you're gonna go get a nice little coffee, iced coffee, and you're gonna drink it, and it's do you know what I mean?
I'm a latte girl.
You've got to clean the flat, put some music on, and just be like, and then you start being grateful for everything, I think.
Yeah.
And one more thing, sorry, this is just such a ramble, but I keep trying to do this thing recently, rather than saying I've got to, say I can. So, I've got to go to the shop. I can go to the shop. I've got to go to work. I can go to work. Like, I can eat this meal. I can walk. I can get go an hour into the capital of England, whatever, and go to work. I get to speak to people. I can speak like so, yeah, rather than saying I've got to, say I can. And it like really can, if you get yourself into the mindset, it really can like change your perspective on life.
There you go, you've learned a lot there. My motto, fuck it, shit happens. Yeah, I don't really have any other mottos, to be honest. My life motto is, how do you want to do this? was our last question. Thank you, everyone that asked your questions.
Thank you so much.
Really do appreciate it. I'm glad we didn't get more, because otherwise we'd be on there for hours.
Yeah.
But we might do something similar in the future.
It's nearly been an hour.
I know. Hopefully we might do something similar in the future at some point. Because there'll be a lot of new people, I imagine, in the future. Hopefully that will want to learn a little bit. So we can explore in the future. If you have any other questions, then that will be the time to ask them. But for now, we're going to say goodbye. So thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Have you enjoyed the Q&A?
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a comment about some of the things we mentioned today. A reminder to do that.
Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button.
Yeah. Videos.